I used to think that being productive meant cramming everything into one day, but I can't do that anymore. With chronic lung failure, doing everything looks a little different now. This week, we're tackling the garden, crafting a new front door hanger, and living life, all while kicked out of my room as we renovate the floor and install new cabinetry. Welcome to a very real week in my life. Let's go. I need to go ahead and get started with picking up the house and pace myself the best that I can. That's kind of what today is about, is getting the house back in order. There is a lot of construction going on in our bedroom. My husband decided to do built-ins with some cabinets, which means that we are actually sleeping in my youngest daughter's room. Anyway, we gotta hop to getting stuff done now. Let's go. My youngest daughter, I swear, goes through more paper than the average school district because she loves to color, to write all of her friends letters multiple times a week. Not once a week. No, not once a week. When she has a mess up letter, she just kind of puts it somewhere. Now we have got a clean closet. The house, I think that all of the areas that needed to be tidied up just so that we can stay on top of it are completed. I don't think there's really anything I can do about my own room just because, you know, construction. What are you going to do about it? But anyway, so I'm going to now take a break and use my big ventilator, my biphasic carass, and I'm going to edit. So I've been editing for about 2 or 3 hours, and now we need to go start dinner. So tonight for dinner, we are doing a roast chicken with green beans and rice and carrots, the clay pot, and that allows for the moisture and the heat to be trapped in and drive it into the chicken, making it an extremely tender, flavorful chicken within just a couple of hours. That's great on nights like these where I really need something quick to make that's also flavorful and filling because we're going to be leaving the house, and that means I need to rest as much as I possibly can before heading out. Okay, so I got to have a second rest time. One of the things I make sure that we do on Wednesday nights is that, because it's spring break, it's a little different, but I make sure that pajamas are laid out for when we get home and everything is ready so that when we get back from Awana, we're ready to get the kids ready for bed and into bed because we get back around 8:30 or so. So, sitting down to have dinner shortly. My mouth gets tired at the end of the day. And like that, we're back home from Awana's. The children are dressed and ready for a bed, and I just sat down with my husband with a cup of tea, and that is going to conclude our night, and we will see you in the morning. Good morning. Good morning. Did you cook? Good morning. A much faster morning this morning. My kids are up and dressed. Their hair is brushed. I was able to tidy a couple of things, and now I'm sitting down to do my Bible study. One of the things I do to help me stay on track is I always have a just pad or pen with me so that if I start to get distracted and I'm like, oh, but I got to do this, I can jot it down and know it's going to get done later. But I'm going to go ahead and jump into this, and then I have a whole bunch of packages that came that I need to open up and see what is what. Anyway, let's do Bible. Finished Bible study. Let's load up and go help my sister. Change of plans. She needs the help. Let's go.
Mama,
Yes.
can you get my sketchbook? The high.
We got back from my sister's house. She ended up not allowing me to help out with basically anything. And she just had me sit and chat with her. So I think the little catch up and little hangout was met her little mama's heart's needs. And that was more important to her. So I was happy to be there and hang out with her. But she was also a huge help to me as well because she looked through some of my YouTube stuff and we chatted and we both enjoy that. So that was fun as well. I still haven't opened my Amazon packages that I really need to open, and I got 3 more, so now I have a lot more I need to open, but I still can't get to that yet because it is now 5:15 and I need to make dinner. Thankfully, I have leftover chicken from the night before, and I think I'm gonna try and make just like a weird casserole because I have leftover rice, butter, and sour cream, and somehow that's gonna make dinner. It's giving you were editing a YouTube video while making dinner, does it not? Well, I hope everybody likes crispy broccoli. So we were supposed to go to Floor and Decor tonight, but now I have about 6 Amazon packages that I need to unbox. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Really don't know how much is going to be going on before bedtime, so I don't know when I'm going to be coming back to close this out. So if I don't come back and close it out, consider this your closing because there's really not much else going on tonight. Although I will show you the bedroom. They took out the rest of the wooden floors today, so this is the situation. Got all the tile floors. Or sorry, all of the concrete floors are now exposed, and then we're gonna go pick out new floors tomorrow because I think the flooring guys are gonna come actually put it in, which means we're down to the wire on picking out flooring. Okay, bye. This stuff, by the way, smells extremely good. This is the time of day that I typically start using this. Really kind of whenever my lungs start feeling heavy. It really depends on the day. I could go back and use my big one, or I might walk around and use this one. But I need to go ahead and finish this list for my helper that comes on Mondays and Fridays. And so I need to get this done because she will be here rather soon. I think we picked out our floor in like literally 5 minutes. We were narrowed down to what we wanted, but also what was in stock. So, and now I think we're ready to go. Girls, let's go. We are now back from Floor and Decor, and now we are going to start working on a crafted door hanger. This is the inspiration, and I'm probably going to copy it pretty directly. I even started on it some, but then I forgot that I was supposed to say we're going to be doing this, so we're doing it. We already started. Come on, watch me do it really fast. Good thing I only do this every 3 to 5 years because I don't want to do it again for another 3 to 5 years. I'm tired. I need to go take a break and rest. I'm going to have a decent amount of work to do in the afternoon after all of this. So yay. Okay, so my helper left. She helped with a lot of different things, which is great. But we didn't get all the things done because she needed to leave early. And because we're planning on working in the yard tomorrow, if I don't have some food ready to come in and get, we're not going to eat at home. But because we're going to be spending a lot of money on the yard tomorrow, I really don't want to be eating out, especially since we ate out probably 2 or 3 times this week, which isn't ideal. It's really not. So I'm going to start by making an egg salad, and I don't have the time to mess with the mouthpiece ventilation. I'm not going to be diligent to use it, but I need to feel good. I'm really tired still from doing that door hanger, and I have been laying down for 3.5 hours or 3 hours or something, and I'm just exhausted and a little out of breath. So I need to use this thing while I cook. As cumbersome and frustrating as it is, in the end, I will be better off for it. So I'm going to switch to doing this really fast. Okay guys, I'm just way too tired. I'm gonna go take a shower and I'm gonna call it a night, but I will see y'all in the morning. We are at the plant store getting all of our plants. We're gonna come up in 2 trips because we have to get stuff for the flower beds and then also for the garden. So we're doing that now and I'm very tired today. It's kind of rough, but we're gonna get what we need and then be back up for a second trip. I agree with you. Okay, so we're back from the plant store and we've started putting the plants where they're going to be for their homes, but we have to prep the dirt first. I really would like to leave my ventilator on for a longer charge, but I really can't. I gotta use it and walk around the yard and stuff. Okay, my body is exhausted, but at least now I'm clean. And I'm not sure what will get filmed tomorrow. I may potentially see you Sunday, but I might just see you on Monday. But with that, I'm going to close out the evening. My oldest and I are going to hang out and watch a movie and eat our own dinner. I hope that you enjoyed coming along and planting things with us, and I will see you in the morning of someday. All right, good night. Well, good morning. We are awake in pajamas on the back patio
I'm not.
You're not drinking coffee. Okay, so kids wanted breakfast, so I have sourdough bread toasting in the oven right now, and then I made a mixture of raw honey and melted butter with just a pinch of cinnamon, and then I found some more sausage in the freezer. So I'm doing that for the kids for breakfast, and I see my husband on the piano, so church is starting, and I'm gonna get this finished up. So let's finish. Yes, got breakfast. So we have our sourdough toast with our honey and butter and sausage. I am still drinking my coffee. Church is just starting. Okay, church is over, and we need to start prepping my daughter's room for getting the floors done in there too. And my oldest and youngest are arguing, so I'm gonna go break that up, and I will see y'all when things are tidier. Okay, good morning, freshly showered. And now it's time for me to try and do something with my hair because I have a friend coming over this morning at 9 to visit. And so I need to get fully ready so that when I get home from dropping my kids off at their schools, that I'm ready to answer the door pretty much. So I'm going to do as much as I can in the next 30 minutes. This is a situation we're working with. I need to go check on my kids and make sure they're all getting ready and make sure they're eating their breakfast. You ready to go back to school today?
I know she looks really.
Oh, we gotta walk out right now. Okay, everybody pack your lunch. We gotta walk out. This is not the bathroom I intended to take these out in, but this is the bathroom we're taking them out in. Okay, I apologize because I don't have my microphone in, but I just did a once over on the bathroom to make it suitable because it was really dirty. This particular bathroom was really dirty. And so now I think I am ready for my friend. She's bringing coffee this morning, but I have the living room ready for company. I'm gonna leave this blanket out even though it's very Christmassy because it's 45 degrees outside in March 18th or something like that. And my vent is set up so I don't have to carry that, although I probably should be using it right this second. But she said she'd be here at 9 and that's just like in less than 2 minutes. So I'm not gonna get comfortable and have to get back up again. But she's gonna come, we're gonna visit. After that, I need to edit some video because this particular vlog is going to go up on Wednesday this week, which means I need to have it edited and ready tomorrow night, but I'm finishing the vlog tomorrow night, so I've been editing each day as it comes. A lot of yesterday I spent getting ready for a trip we may potentially be taking. We haven't been on a trip in quite a few years. Since I got out of the hospital and we went to a ladies' Bible conference. And that's the last time we went anywhere. And it was very difficult. I was on pain meds at the time that weren't working, and I missed half the conference because I was so exhausted from the travel. So I'm hoping that with my ventilators that I have now, I do notice that I have more endurance to do more with the mouthpiece ventilation, which is like the portable one that I have right there. I only have had that for the last 4 or 5 months, and it has made the world of difference. My last testing didn't have a massive drop. Not like there's a lot more room for it to drop, but that is good news, which means it is helping. But I think my friend has just pulled up. All right, so my sweet friend just left. I love her so much. We have so much in common, but she's also very truthful. I feel like if I was off in some way that she would lovingly tell me. I feel like she and I there's so much in life that we have an unusual commonality, and that's comforting. She's also just got the best accent. So funny to listen to her. Not funny, but just sweet. It's just different, right? So anyway, I'm going to get to editing
and eat some cold pizza for lunch. That looks kind of crazy. But when you gotta eat, right? And I will see y'all in a little bit. All right, I was able to edit what I wanted to. Now I'm gonna start on prepping just a little bit for dinner because by the time I get home from picking my kids up from school, I kind of am focused on keeping on top of them to make sure that they're finishing everything that they need to get ready for school tomorrow. So I'm gonna be preoccupied with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and start by getting some of dinner ready so that I can spend time with them after we get home. Okay, so I've got a couple more minutes until I have to walk out the door. I'm gonna let this chicken like boil just a few more minutes, but we're not in, but it looks really good. And then the countertop guys came in yesterday and put the countertops in, and I think they look really good. All right, I'm gonna pull this food off and let the chicken cool while I'm gone, and we will see you in a little bit. Go change out your school clothes and you can help me make dinner, okay? Okay, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and get dinner ready early, even though it's not even 4 o'clock yet, because I can assemble the meal and then put it in the oven and just hang out with my kids. Well, I only cooked 3 cups of chicken, so that's just unfortunate.
Can I go play now?
Yeah, if you wanna go play, you don't have to help me cook, but I thought you'd like to. But you may go. Bye-bye, thank you. I am very surprised she didn't wanna help me. She always wants to help me. When she hears me making any kind of commotion in the pantry or in the kitchen, she has to be part of the action. All right, let's see. We already have our chicken. It's cut into bite-sized pieces. Now we're gonna mix our cheeses together. So I'm not gonna mix these together just now, but I am gonna go ahead and mix the soups together. But before you open your cans, if you don't clean the tops, let this be your public service announcement to encourage you to do so. Okay, so we're gonna take 1 can of mushroom soup, and we're gonna put that in here, and then we're gonna take 1 can of cream of chicken soup with the 1 cup of onion, and then salsa. If I had a problem with my sinuses today, I wouldn't anymore. 1.5 cups of salsa. This is very expensive. I only got it because it was on sale, but it is the best salsa ever. You can't see it now that I poured it out. Or jalapa jar. So let's see what it wants us to do now that we've done that. Now I need to take 1 1/3 cups of the rice. So I'm gonna go wash this rice. All right, next it says to layer half of my rice and half of my chicken and then half my salsa mixture. I do half the cheese mixture. All right, and now we're just gonna finish the rest of the layers. Depending on how I'm feeling, I actually just start preparing dinner whenever I can in the day. And I know it feels a little weird sometimes to start at 3 or 4, but if you're a young mom or you have chronic illness or you hit the jackpot and you've got both, the earlier you start, it allows you to have rest so that you at least are rested enough to sit at the dinner table with your family. I just bit my mouth when I did that. In my case, when I sit down to eat, I actually don't feel well after eating. And so oftentimes I'll start laying my head down at the table, even when we start to pray, just being exhausted from making dinner. Sometimes even if I have laid down before dinner. So making the process of making dinner as fast and easy as possible, especially when that end of the day comes, is really helpful, especially since we have end of the day family like worship time. There are days where we just call it a night and we're done and we skip everything. We skip, we don't skip dinner, but we skip Bible time. We skip my husband and I catching up from the day because I just don't feel well. And that's just reality. Some days are just like that. You can do the best you can to make everything work out so that you're totally ready for all the crazy things that could come and it's still not work out, and that's okay. But that makes when I do feel okay that much more important to try and accomplish as much as possible, such as starting dinner early, or the days I do feel good, trying to have routine to the best I can, to the fullest of my ability, without making it all about doing it for the routine's sake, but rather what's good for my family today. All right, and now I think it says it's done, but I think I'm gonna finish off with a little bit of this enchilada sauce because I don't feel like there's enough water in here So for the sake of it, I'm just gonna pour a little of this green enchilada sauce. But I almost forgot to top it off with a little more cheese, and wouldn't that have been a crying shame? Yes, yes it would. Unless of course you're not able to do cheese like me, but you do it anyway because you're a glutton for punishment. I'm actually a lot better than dairy than I used to be. I can actually have some every now and again when I go have a coffee out, which years ago I had to go, I think I went without dairy for about 5 years before I started having improvement. That is me, that is not you. Don't worry that if you can't do dairy right now, that is how long you're gonna have to wait before you start having it again. Okay, so this is ready to go in the oven when I am ready to start it, which I think I'll put it in 440 so that we'll be sitting down for dinner around 5:30. Okay, so my girls are playing extremely sweetly, so I'm not gonna go disturb them with something. I think I will take y'all on a little tour of what we planted yesterday now, because I realized it's supposed to be even windier and colder tomorrow if that's possible, which apparently it is because it's the forecast. And the forecast we know is always right. So let's go do it now. These are supposed to be like a red rose. They're hot pink kind of. There's a light pink and it kind of some yellow undertones in it. We have a beautiful tea rose. Sadly, the blooms on this particular one are already done, but if you can just get an idea of what it would look like just perfectly bloomed, I'm so excited. This one's like a yellowy orange. Then this dahlia looks like I already propped him up the other day. I'm glad he's not dead. But I've got 3 dahlias here and there are so many blooms. Look how many blooms are gonna come off that. And then I can't remember what the name of this is, just like a fuzzy purpley plant. I've learned over a few years that you wanna put your taller plants in the back, your mid plants in the middle, and then a smaller low growing plant at the bottom. In this front pot, I just kind of filled it with a variety of tall growth with bushy growth and then a couple of spilling plants. I have my lovely ivy that's growing over, and I did some yellow daisies. I think these are daisies. Okay, so my backyard is in a little bit of disarray. So we bought 2 blueberry plants. We got one smaller one and there's a really big one over there. We've got our 2 tomatoes. We've got our strawberries over here. In the back we have a basil, a lemon balm, and then my mature growing oregano. Then in this bed we have spearmint and then thyme and parsley. That parsley and that thyme have been growing through the weird weather we were having. And then here's our big blueberry bush. It's so beautiful. It looks practically like a small olive tree. I think that's what my husband and I loved about it. But look at all these little clusters of blueberries, and I don't know, it's just so beautiful. I'm so excited about it. And then I've got celosia. These are like so easy to grow where I live. They seed so easily on their own. We called these sweet potato vines when I was younger, but I don't know what they're actually called. But anyway, and that concludes our tour of all the things that we planted. So this jacket is a tragedy because I made it for my husband and he has a very long torso. Sadly, it's mine now. It's really not a bad oversized ladies coat, but it's just such a bummer that it didn't work out because I was excited to make it for him. I don't remember what I made it for, but it really is not that bad. I just need to actually move the buttons over, which I can do right now. So I found the buttons. I found silver bows or bronze roses, and I made a short out of it, and I'm gonna post that and see if people give me a better idea of what would look better with that brown jacket. I had a bunch of bronze bows, but sadly, I used those on another project, so no bronze bows. Yeah. So I am gonna go ahead and cook these chocolate chip cookies now for our family time that we have in the evenings, because I want them to be cool and ready right after we're done with dinner, because we have to kind of streamline that process so that we can be in bed, because my kids go to bed between 7:30, 45 and 8. the closer to 7:30, the better, just because we wake up quite early. So doing that a little early.
Can I come over for social time? Let me know.
And it got too darn late for us to read together, so we just got the kids in pajamas and teeth brushed and popped them into bed. Okay, we can't really, we can't be lenient on nights where it's the first week back to school after a break, so we put them in bed. My husband and I are gonna hang out and drink some tea, and then what?
Nothing.
Gosh.
Just gonna get the tea ready.
Better hurry up, it's in the vlog now. So we'll see you guys in the morning. Good night. Good morning. We overslept by a lot, which usually happens at least once or twice when we get back to school from being off for a week, because 5:15 is very early. So we slept until 7. So now we have 15 minutes till I have to take my youngest to school. But the good news is my oldest has a eye doctor appointment, and my husband's actually gonna take her to that for me, which I am elated about, because one, I'm tired, and two, I really need to be at home, because it just really wears on my lungs day after day after day after day to have so many activities, especially starting with planting the yard last week. So planting the yard and then getting kids ready for school and not having my helper for a day and then having a visitor and chatting. I love all those things, but several days in a row really stacks up. So I do have to take some days where I'm just like chilling at home on the couch and doing nothing. So that can be today, and I am grateful for that. So I'm gonna make coffee now. Okay, so I've just been editing for a few hours, and I also filmed and edited my long form for next week, which, spoiler, is going to be about how my biphasic crass ventilator works. So if you are interested in a deep dive in how it works, you can go check that out next Wednesday. I think I scheduled it to go up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So just a little shameless plug. I'm on my way to get my kids. I got a great amount of editing done. All right, and as a little reward to myself, I'm actually going to stop and get one of my favorite drinks from the little coffee shop right here on the way to get my kids, because that was just a lot of editing. I think I edited for about 5 hours. The heaters are on and my heater is cranked way up. So I'm actually not a energy drink person, and I actually haven't been a soda person really in my life since I was about 14. But in the last 2 or 3 months, I have been both an energy and a soda person, and I don't know what's happening to me. That's not entirely true. Nothing's been happening to me, but I have had a great deal of stress going on. And sadly, I just realized my microphone's up on my seatbelt. That's funny. So there's a lot of drama that's been going on, not with me and my family, praise the Lord Jesus, but with others that I do love. And it's just there's just been some things that just don't feel as important, such as, being crunchy, which I am. I am recovering crunchy. I was way too crunchy for a long time, and then I got really, really sick. And no matter what we did to try and help make me better, I wasn't getting better. I did AIP, I did keto, I did Whole30, I did vegetarian, I did literally everything. I was doing the autoimmune paleo diet when you had to be ordering things like cassava tortillas online, or you had to make them yourself. Now, I'm not entirely not crunchy. I am still very crunchy, and I didn't realize how much crunchier I am than people realize. I didn't realize there was a crunchy scale. I just kind of thought people either were or weren't. Oh my gosh, I have a fantastic story about how I found out I was crunchy, because I didn't even know the term, and it is a rip-roaring funny story. I'm going to go ahead and hop off this thing because they have a strict no phones, no nothing in their car line policy, which is appropriate and very necessary. So I will see y'all after I've picked up all my little children's and make it back home. So I went outside just now and watered the front and backyard, but I did not take my ventilator with me. And you can see how important it is that I do take it with me, because it really affects me quite fast. And in particular right now, it's affecting me a lot because it's the end of the day after many days of being busy. Okay, so it's about 30 minutes till I need to make dinner, so I'm still all right on time for making dinner. I'm gonna go ahead and text my husband and see what time he's coming in and work around that.
When the ark of the covenant of God. When the ark of the covenant of the Lord came into the camp, all Israel shouted with a great shout, so that the earth.
All right, and I am out of the shower. The kids are in bed, and it's almost time for bed myself. We wake up really early, so we have to get to bed early. I'm also going to end the week here. And if you stuck around to the end, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support and your patience for me as I try and figure out exactly what I want this channel to look like. I hope that you were either encouraged or inspired by watching a week in my life, and I will see y'all in the next one. And until then, happy breathing.